Hello, guys. Today is actually February the 11th, 2025, and yeah, today is actually Tuesday, and we have some big event coming up. Powell will be speaking, so we know how those type of events go in terms of volatility, and um, we don't know what to expect really. So that's why I'm also a little concerned, quote unquote, to trade today. I'm just going to try to really be an observer of the market. I will just try to watch and to just mainly sit on my hands. Um, that's how I'm approaching this session, mainly due to because of the Powell speech. So, nonetheless, I have some levels that I'm interested. Okay, I also build my plan anticipating a little the future volatility, the volatility that the Powell speech will bring. So, in simple terms, the first level that I'm watching out is the 6100s. Okay, which has a supply, a 3 hour supply zone. That's the first and the main level that I will be watching, okay, for a potential short play. The next level, since I don't have much more, okay, the 6030 level has already been breached due to the gap down that occurred yesterday, and for that reason, I'm not really. I still have this level marked on my charts, but it's not a level that I will base my trades upon, if that makes sense. The second level that I will be watching out is the 5991 um, for a potential uh, bounce. Okay, so price is at 6060, give it or take. And yeah, the up level is around 40 points in terms of distance, and the bottom level is around 70 points. So, meaning that they are both levels that are pretty far away from the current price. So, I do believe that they are both good levels to see if price can reverse when it touches these levels. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna adjust my camera a little. This was a little off. Okay, I do believe that is better right now. So yeah, this is mainly it. I actually am trying to build here a script. I was trying to build it in the morning, just gathering some results. Uh, Found some interesting results actually. This is the S&D zones backtesting strategy that I use, of course. Um, in terms of performance, we had a net performance on the long side, so we made around 3,000 on the long side, and we lost uh, 1,100. Okay, so basically the supply areas were not as good as the demand ones. Okay, so we actually had uh, total closed trades. This is around 1 year. I will make a video for my community, uh, for Jason, Marty, and friends. I will make a video for them, showing them because I do believe this is a good finding, showing them that my results. Okay, so as you can see, in terms of percentage profitable, for around 40% of the longs or the supply, the demand longs, the demand bounces were profitable. Okay, 40%. That is very good. Of course, that it is a not a very large sample. Okay, 28 observations is very little. Okay, so I'm just still trying to tweaking things out, and I will actually try to reach out TradingView if I can get more data. I mean, somehow, if I need, if I am able to pay something to get, I don't know, 5 years of the 30 minutes data. Okay, that would be awesome to see. if that is possible, but nonetheless, 40% is still a very good number. Okay, I'm risking always, um, the risk is pretty much not consistent. Okay, I don't want to say that because it depends on how large the zone is, but um, the risk to reward is always consistent at 2. Okay, of course that there are times, and most of the times though, that 2 risk to reward is very slim and price just keeps on going. But still 40% is actually decent. On the supply side, I only had 30%. Once again, this is not bad. Okay, if I narrow this down, because I need to adjust a little the code, because I believe that the code still allows, and I don't believe, I know that the code still allows the positions overnight, so which is not the case, and I don't want to test those. Okay, I don't want to hold positions overnight. So I will still be looking at how my interaction will be with ChatGPT to change that, because it's not been easy. PineScript is not really the strength. It's not really the strongest coding language of ChatGPT. Okay, Python is way more intuitive for him. It's way easier to get the results, and it's way easier for him to really put in code what you're trying to say. It's far easier. In PineScript is not. But this is just some findings that I am trying to really make sense of, and yeah. Okay, let me just check and change this. Okay, mid monitor. I'm just checking NVIDIA's position. A little sad that I wasn't able. No, it's not. It's sad because I wanted to go back a little and just place some more size in NVIDIA, because I really thought that the sell-off could have been a little larger, but nonetheless, a very good trade so far on NVIDIA. I'm making more than $10 per share right now. Very good. Okay, so far we had some buying pressure. Very, very easy to see. Um, the 30 minutes before the open were just characterized, and the buying pressure was really predominant on this first 30 minutes. Actually, I haven't seen, wait just one second. I haven't seen how, um, okay. I was just trying to see and to gather some info on how price was reacting to VWAP, and it has been reacting in such a way. Uh, Let me see if I can just show it to you guys this real quick. Sorry for that. So it's not very clear, okay, in my opinion today, so I won't be paying much attention to it, but it has been struggling to hold above VWAP for quite some time. We had the first test, and price really breached it, but then it failed to hold above it. Then it tested as resistance, we dropped, tested as resistance, we consolidated, break above, and then failed to hold once more, break above, failed to hold. Okay, this pattern has been predominant in the overnight session, but I don't know. I just don't really like the reactions of breaking and not holding and breaking and not holding. So I don't believe that there is too much for me to play there. Clean buying pressure kicking in. President's trading hours. Okay, there is a holiday. Okay, there's a holiday I didn't know about. I believe it's this week. It's market holidays 2025. Oh, okay. Oh, it's actually next Monday, I believe. Yeah, next Monday. Okay, next Monday. Unfortunately, I won't be trading then. No worries. But those are the get a little sad because those are the days that I can actually be here and not at the open and the following hours, 2 to 3 hours easily. Uh, yeah, because from Wednesday to Friday, I have classes that end at 5:30, 4 o'clock. So most of the time I get home and there is just 2 to 3 hours left for the session to end. So, but that's how life works. There's a reason for this to be like this, so I just accept it. Actually, I saw that. As you guys can see, we had some 1K lot, and we had it here present once again at the asks, but he dropped the the order as soon as price reached or was close to reach his order. Uh, let's see if we can get once again 60.76 and 2/4. Just lowering the volume of my microphone. I believe it was too loud. Okay, I believe that like this. I was just seeing some my live of yesterday's, which Jason sent me, and I realized that my voice, the sounds that I made, everything was too noisy. I didn't enjoy that. It was not a pleasant feeling to enjoy to see the live. So just reduced from 10 decibels to 5. Hope this is a little better. Okay. We didn't actually we weren't actually be able to reach the 60, 76 and 2/4. Let's see if this on this push we are able to do that. $60.80. We actually are forming a little. Okay, there's actually another lot. Sorry, I was talking to my colleagues on Discord. Sometimes I'm too focused on that and I just stop talking. But there are two orders. Let's see how this one will react. I really like the setup of the both. I really believe that heat map and the footprint chart complement each other. Let's see how this one reacts. 6076. Let's see the follow-up. Volume is once again a little thin. Um, the first candle of the 1 minute didn't reach the 10,000 mark, and the first candle of the 5 minute didn't even reach the 30,000 mark. Okay, we had almost 27,000 in terms of volume. Sometimes that doesn't mean anything, okay, but I do find that days where the initial volume is a little lower than the norm, those days tend to be a little harder to trade. Okay, that's all. But once again, it doesn't display anything or says anything about whatsoever about the market behind. Okay, there is nothing. Both both orders add up to almost to more than 2K right now in terms of volume. These two orders at the 6076s. Yeah, now it's more centered. I like to keep the things in my office centered and clean. Yeah, that's okay. News in 5 minutes. Just to try something that I was watching from Jason's yard. I really enjoyed it. Let me just see. Candle total. Oh, positive and negative delta. See that? Oh, okay. Okay, this is actually cool. But instead of that, let me just see if I can display this in a cleaner way. Okay. Candle total. Okay, not that. Okay. I want this to be bold. Bold. Bold and italic. Okay. Okay. A couple seconds now. Ooh. No spoofing those. Okay. Say central bank doesn't need to be interest rates. Okay, let me just open up real quick YouTube to see what Powell is saying. I'm still just watching and hearing what they are saying to Joe Powell. I don't have anything specific to trade. Price for me is just in the middle of the park. Um, I'll show it very quickly. Yeah, it's like this. For me, price is still too far off the levels that I want to play. Okay, this is what price is looking at the moment. I don't have much here. Okay, I can see a short here, but I just believe that is a little forced short, especially right now with these conditions. Yeah, still hearing it. Oh, I cannot show this. Still hearing it. My opinion, these markets are not worthy to make a trade right now. 6085. See, 6086s. 6086s. 87s. Very good. I'm still waiting. Sorry. Um, I'm just looking at the market and hearing the Powell speech. I'm waiting for the 6100, 6103 actually in 3/4 to hit to trigger, and I want to see how is the reaction from buyers there. Okay, we have to keep in mind that price has rallied only 20 points, 20 before the right after the consolidation period. So I'm still waiting. So guys, I'm still waiting. Okay, I want to be patient with this. There is no need for me to rush anything. I'm just putting and setting some alerts. I'll actually do some form of a live presentation in a couple minutes uh, for the members of my Discord. Not just yet, but I will do in a couple minutes. Voilà. Just brushing my cat. Okay, I believe with this we can see that. So, hello guys. I'm actually incorporating this into my live um, since I'm waiting, and I'm also working on. Sorry, it's some fur of my cat. I'm also working on backtesting our zones. Okay, since you guys also trade with supply and demand, I believe and I thought that you guys would find this helpful. Okay, of course that I built this with the help of ChatGPT. The thinking is mine, of course, but all the code um, made was on him. So this is basic. This is no big thing. Okay. So I will actually share this in the Discord. Basically, before showing this, I believe that I showed the S&D zones. Okay, this is far easier to see. Okay, as you can see, this is basically a indicator. Okay, that lets you build zones, okay, based on some inputs. So this is the inputs that I gave this. So I will only consider zones that have at least 3 points and a maximum of 15 points. After that or below that, it doesn't draw any zone, okay, whether it is a supply or a demand. In terms of a zone multiplier, what this means is simple, okay? So as you guys can see, we have here a basing candle, okay? But how can we know this is a valid supply? Only if the next candle, in this case, a dropping candle, is at least 3 times larger than this basing candle. Imagine that I set up this to be a 30 multiplier. Okay, then this will disappear, of course. Okay, as you can see, it will disappear and I will have no zones whatsoever. Okay, this is just to be more selective, okay, because if I put here 1.5, then you'll see that most uh, there will be a lot of zones popping up, and this is not good for us. Okay, we want to be selective. So I believe that a 3 multiplier is somehow good. Okay, imagine that you have a I don't know, a basing candle that ranges from 61.37 until the highs at 61.45.5. That's around 8.5 points. 8.5 points multiplied by 3 is around 25.5. So this candle needs to be at least from the open until the close. Uh, it has to be at least 25.5 points. So it has around 61.39 until 61 it has around 38 points. So it fall into the description that we made, okay? So this is just to play around and to be selective. If you don't like this, you can just, I don't know, put it at 2.5 to find more zones if the market doesn't move a lot. In the current situation, for example, I try to place it at 2.5. This is very helpful. I really use it to somehow find zones that I don't find usually in the Thinkorswim platform because the formation of the zones is not quite the same, especially in the 1 hour. On the 30-minute and on the 15-minute, the zones are exactly the same. They don't differ from platform to platform, but on the 1 hour, on the 2 hour, on the 45-minute, on the 90-minute, even though that I cannot use the 90-minute on the TradingView platform because I'm not a membership. I don't have a membership. I'm not a member of the TradingView community. But it is very helpful. And then the last, this is just the prerequisite, requisite. Yeah, I believe that's the correct way of saying that. Is the 500, okay? Because TradingView doesn't allow for this. The zones basically have to have a specific range, okay? They cannot range any further than this, okay? So this is set to the 500 bar mark. I believe that if I set any further, I will mess this thing up and you see they stop producing zones because it will give me a warning. Okay, runtime, blah, 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 error, object's position cannot be done further than 500 bars into the future. Okay, so as simple as that. Okay, so this was just a brief introduction. for you guys to understand where does the backtest comes from. It is from this indicator, and this was also built with the help of ChatGPT. But yeah, it's a very good indicator in my opinion. It's very helpful for me. Okay, look, you can easily open the charts and see. Okay, there is supply here. This supply was tested, and price had immense amount of issues and hardship, yeah, in breaking this. Okay, one test and then two tests, three, four, five. Okay, this was not only a supply level. Okay, I didn't really consider this a supply because of the gap down, but this was not only a supply, but it was also a strong resistance point. Okay, you can easily pinpoint where the zones are. Okay, and of course this will change based on the time frame that you pick. Of course, like if you go higher and higher, of course in the higher time frames you can adjust this 15 to 20, 25. Okay, sometimes the zones are a little bigger. If I put on the daily, you don't find any zones whatsoever because this is too restrictive. Okay, enough of that. I do believe that you guys understood the idea and the picture behind it. So with this in mind, I wanted to say something. Okay, I want to know how reliable this is because imagine, okay, right here, there is a test here. Okay, what is the reliability of the zones that we draw? Okay, I believe it's something normal. I'm a guy that I like to be backed up by data, even though that at the end of the day I need to execute, and I don't execute strictly from a candlestick chart, as you guys know, of course. Otherwise, I would just be buying and selling whenever we hit a supply or demand. I don't believe that trading works like that. Okay, if it did, then I just needed to have a very good strategy on paper and put a bot or an algo executing for me. And I don't believe that's the case. So, with this in mind, I lost what I was talking about. But with this in mind, I wanted to test this. Okay. And what I did was just ask ChatGPT once more his help. And basically, he built me this right here that you are seeing on the left. I hope this is clear on YouTube because sometimes since my monitor is a 2K monitor, okay, 3400 by 1800 or 1900 or no 2100. So it is before the 4K monitors. Sometimes I don't know. People don't see it quite well, especially on Discord. I do believe that's because I don't have authorization to have higher quality. But nonetheless, okay. I hope you guys see this very well. So just a heads up, okay. This is seems hard, but it is not. It's just a bunch of ifs and fors, okay. Um, I quite understand some of it. I don't understand other parts, but the essential is here. Okay, I will share this both with you guys. Okay, um, so before we start, there is just something I would like to mention. Okay, this is the column this is the line that you guys will most likely change. Okay, something like that. Because imagine this code right here is for these S and D zones backtest. Okay, the S and D zones I will share it with you, and it is just for you guys to see visually. They do the same thing, but I'm not really able to pinpoint the exact locations, okay, and draw the rectangles with the code of the backtest, okay? Imagine this is an indicator, of the first one, and this is a strategy. So with the strategy, I'm not able to really draw these zones, okay? Look at that. I enable this and I will disable that. See, for some reason, um, TradingView and ChatGPT is not really letting me print this a little further in the future, and I'm not enjoying. So I just need to highlight this one and to unhide it. Okay, that's all that I need to do. Okay, but before that, before we dive into that, let me just briefly talk about a little about the code, okay, because it will be important. So this doesn't matter. This is the title. This doesn't matter. This, once again, doesn't matter that much. This is what matters. Okay, this is the initial capital. Okay, I set it for the 50 because I believe we are interested in the 50K because of the funding, but you can set it for whatever amount you want. So I also added this commission, okay, which is basically a commission value of 2.5. Okay, I do believe that I'm doing this correctly. Um, I hope I'm doing this correctly, but so I do believe that we pay around $4 for each trade. Okay, so if we make around total closed trades, commission paid, so if we make around 45 trades, okay, if we make around 16 trades, I do believe that we pay around $80. Okay, that's what I'm trying uh, to say. So after that, we have the user inputs. Okay, I won't go to below this. Okay, I just will show you this, and that's all. So this is basically what I have told you guys. You have to also not only to default the zones here, but you have to match it. Okay, this is basically just this. Okay, this is the same, but this is in this format. Okay, this beautiful format, and this is in code. That's the only difference. Okay, but you sort of want to match it. Okay, as you can see, I have maximum range of 10. So I will match this. I will only print out zones that are at maximum 10 because you'll see why. Okay, and then the zone multiplier S3, once again, the same. Okay, everything cool. Okay, I will add something that is also interesting because it is this. It is this line right here. Okay, this is the only line that I will talk about. It is the take profit. Okay, basically this is the risk to reward that you guys want. I've set it up to 3, but I'm just playing around between 2, 2.5, 3, just to set up to see where we have the most amount of profit. Okay, that's all. So with this being in mind, so let's dive into the S&D zones backtest. This still has some minor issues, not with the execution. The execution is fine. Okay, everything is all right. But there is something that I would like to address a little later on. So um, let me just show you an example. Okay, I can show you an example. For example, right here, we form this demand zone. This is quite a good zone, good demand. The logic is very simple. We had a dip, right? Right at the open. The logic that I've implemented is very, very simple. Okay, so I basically told the code to get in as right as the price retests the zone. So in this case, this is a demand zone X at 6,017. Okay, so I will execute at 6,000 and 17.25, and the stop needs to be 1 point below the bottom, in this case, since it's a demand, the bottom of the zone. So in this case, the bottom, this is the low of this is 6,013.25. The stop loss would be at 6,012.25. So I would be risking around 5 points for this trade, okay? And since I placed the desired risk reward, I will then create a variable where you guys can add it up there. Okay, I believe it's easier to do. Desired risk reward, it is set at 3, so I'll be risking 5 points to make 15 points, okay, in total. And that's exactly what happened. 6,017.25. This should be around at 6,032.25, which is exactly that, okay? So this is basically it. I still have some issues, which they are not big issues, but there are missed trades where I'm still not able to capture every single one of them. Let me see where they're at. Oh, okay. If I turn that off, then okay, this is on the 1 hour time frame. I will show you. This is on the 30-minute. I will show the results, okay? Just 1 minute. But you guys can see the results for yourself. not here, here, right here. I don't know why. I still haven't figured it out. But as you guys can see, we have a supply here and we have the retest right here. I don't know why, but this is not producing a trade. I don't know if this is because we are exceeding the amount of bars. Okay, I don't know why. I am battling a little with ChatGPT back and forth to see what the problem is. Okay, but I still haven't figured that out. I will, but give me some time, but I will. Besides that fact, that's the only issue with this. Of course, this is not very beautiful yet. Okay, this is actually take profit. This is by default. I don't know why. But as you guys can see, if you move further, especially you guys, I do believe that Martin and Jason, you guys use TradingView. So I don't know, I believe Jason uses this for execution, but Martin doesn't. But I believe you guys are well under how they display this. So basically, this is the short sell, right? As you can see on the here right here, when I cross over, it disappears, but there is this triangle. So this is the execution for the entry, and this is the execution for the stop loss. Simple. The execution was made at 5,529.25, which is 1 point above the high of this candle right here. Okay, as you guys can see, 5,528 in 1 quarter. So this is basically it. Okay, this is on a 30-minute. You guys can play around with whatever you like to. Uh, so yeah, I will just create here desired risk to reward. Okay, we'll set this to 3.0 and let me see if I can just play with this. Desired risk to reward. There are no issues, right? Yeah, there shouldn't be. Desired, let me see, when applying this. Okay, let's save that and let's see if this can still print it out. Yes, everything looks all right. Okay, 64 trades. Okay. Now let's dive into the results, okay? Because I was pretty stunned when I saw this, okay? So this is a 30-minute, so I believe this will go as long and as further as list of trades. The first trade that it was taken was on the beginning of last year. So this goes back at least 1 year, the most, okay? 1 year and 1 month. I do believe this is the case. And yeah, this is basically it. As you guys can see, we had and we found a profitable system, of course, quote unquote. We had a net profit in 64 trades of 3,000, or around 6%. Just bear in mind that we would have passed our combine with only 27 trades. Okay, this takes a lot of thinking and just executing from pure execution, this would have been within 27 trades. I don't know how much time that is, but that is from January. Okay, 27th, right? 27. We are already 27. Okay, around 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. Around 6 months, and we have passed our combine. Not even 6 months. Okay, and our combine was done. So that is very cool to see. Okay, as you guys can see, 20, yeah, only at the 26th, yeah, around 26th trade we would have that. So in terms of performance, let me just show you real quick. Net profit, it is 3K. In terms of longs, we made net profit of 2K. So the demand bounces are clearly outperforming the supply rejections. By at least 3 times, okay, which is very cool. In terms of total profit, we made around 16K and we lost 12K. The maximum ran up was 7K. I do believe this is right here. I'm not sure if this is the case. Yeah, it is. This is the case, okay. It's the maximum amount that we have been up. And then we have also the maximum drawdown, which is 3K. Okay, is not that bad. Okay, this doesn't matter. This makes no sense whatsoever. Profit factor 1.2. At least it is above 1, so we are profitable. Commissions paid 320. Okay, which is the 64 trades. I do believe this is correct. Please, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that we pay around $4 for every contract and every trade. Since this is only one contract, I'm only doing this for that purpose. I can later on implement other strategies. If I'm winning, if I win 2, 3 trades, then yeah, I will size up, but that's for another day. Total open trades, total number of winning trades. We only won 18 trades, okay, out of that 64. Okay, of course that the win rate decreases a lot. Just 1 second. Decreases a lot due to the 3R plan risk reward. So we want to make at least 3 times. If I reduce that to 2, you guys can see the change right here. Okay, instead of 18, we got 23. Okay, but we also got a little less profit, and actually our supply rejections are no longer profitable. Okay, so this is the perfect quote unquote combination that I found to be helpful. In terms of average trades, yeah, average winning trade. So average winning trade on the long side is $900. Average losing trade is 265. Makes sense. Actually, I'm a little surprised to see that this is actually 3 times larger. Okay, it surpasses the 3 times that we're supposed to have, but of course, because we don't have a fixed risk, okay, it depends based on how large the supply or the demand zone is. So yeah, so this is our ratio. Largest winning trade, it's 1600s, which is a supply rejection. Largest losing trade is $500, and yeah, average bars in winning trades. So this is pretty much it. It has everything here. Okay, if you guys want to play around, I will send you. I'm very pleased to send you this. Look at this. 1 hour to 2,900s. 45 minutes, I do believe. Yeah, it's unprofitable. Okay, this is very cool to see. Of course, this tests the 1 hour, and the zones are not quite the same, but they can be. Okay. Actually, if you look at that, there is no zones that are the same, as you can see. Okay, right here. There are no zones here. Okay, these 2 zones are not even present on the one. Oh, no, yeah, they are not present on the 1 hour. So very cool to see. Of course, that sometimes you have to consider some slippage because in terms of zone consideration, because we will not be shorting this, okay? At least for me, I won't be shorting this. This is a little odd. And I don't consider this a real supply. But nonetheless, this is very good to see. Okay, 1 hour, 2 hour, it's also very profitable. Okay, it's surprisingly profitable. See this here? Okay, this is more explainable because this gap down and then this system is basically with limit orders. So I can see why there was no trade here. Okay. See, once again, this produces no trade whatsoever, okay? Which is very odd, but I will figure this out, okay? Because look at that. This would produce another very good trade. So, okay, this is clearly visible. Why? Because we have already tested. I have also set this up in such a way that it doesn't produce more than 1 trade, okay, for level. Okay, the level stops printing and it stops being considered. So yeah, this is basically what I found. Okay, I believe that Okay, 3 hour is unprofitable. Okay, the 4 hour is extremely profitable. Total close trades, list of trades. Let me just check this one out. Okay, this goes back to 2021, so this is actually insane. This only produced 45 trades on the 1 hour and goes back. Oh, it also goes back to the only to the January of 2024. But yeah, this is pretty much what I wanted to show you guys. Oh, actually, the 15 minutes, I do believe it's quite good as well. Only 22 trades, but nonetheless, the time amount is far short, right? Yes, it only has 3 months of worth of data. Okay, 3 months, and it produced 22 trades, which is not bad. Um, it was quite unprofitable in the beginning, and we were very close to get blown blown out. Okay, this is very cool to see. We were very close for that 48,000 mark that TopStep requires for us to not break below. And we are back once again, and we are just shy $1,000 of passing the combine. Okay, I just believe that this is very good to see, very cool, and I really wanted to share with you guys these findings. I do believe that with two, the results were a little better. Oh, they weren't. Okay, the drawdown wasn't as hard. Okay, basically just changed the desired risk to reward for from 3 to 2. Of course, that when we have 3 desired risk reward, you'll have much more drawdown because sometimes it moves to the twos, to the 2R, and then it breaks and you get stopped out. Of course, that I can incorporate more measures and more safety measures that we as traders do in real time. Okay, most of us, when we are up to R, we move our stops. Okay, even if it's not for break even, we move our stops to, I don't know, 1 point in loss, something like that. We protect ourselves. Okay, and I'm not doing that with this. But even though that I'm not doing that, um, it still produces some very good results in my opinion. Okay, as you can see, we have 40%. I have never been able to find and to code this in a manner that we had a 50% real reward, but 50%, yeah, not even with 1.5, but it doesn't really matter, 2.5. So we can play around with this all night. Um, it's very cool. Oh, actually, with the 2.5, it produces even a better result. So it's just a matter of fine-tuning this. You can play around with this a lot. Okay, this is basically what you guys need to play with. I even coded this right now to just change here what is your desired amount. If you guys have any ideas, just please feel free to share it with me. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy that. So yeah. Let's continue to the live. I'm still waiting for the 6100s to play with, but yeah, I believe that in a bit I will just hop out. And yeah, just 1 second, please. Okay, guys. Yeah, I believe that I will just shut down the live right now. I'll still be here present, but the market is pretty dead at the moment. There is not much for me to really comment on or just staying at here. There is basic constant consolidation within the previous 1 hour. So yeah, I'll still be present, but if I take any trade, I will update on the Discord tab. Uh, so yeah, I don't know tomorrow if I'm present or not. I don't believe I will. I will be late at home. I do think that, but I will make my pre-market plan nonetheless. So yeah, that's really it, guys. Bye bye. See ya.